Hey guys, Josh Kodamu here with another custom Gundam MSA review, and today we're reviewing the ground type Zaku Recon. Very cool figure. I designed this, but it was painted by Dado240Z. Man, that guy has some mad skills. And he always sends me these really cool boxes. I want to show you this box. MSA 2015, limited edition, signature series, Gundam in action. MS06E2, Zaku 2 Recon Urban Close Combat Mobile Suit. Let's see if there's, MSA version 1 Custom, Zaku 2 Recon 2, MSA Series 2. Got an exploding GM here, Project GM. It's crossed out, says Zaku 2 MSA. He always draws these little things. One time I tried to do that for somebody, and it just... Dad was an artist. And his art style is oh so perfect on the MSA. So I designed this. If you want to see how to build one for yourself, it really wasn't that hard. The bazooka lenses are probably the hardest thing to come by, as I took mine from knockoff Zaku 2 bazookas. But there's a video that says Zaku 2, custom Zaku 2 Recon or something like that preview. Gundam MSA preview, and that will show it to you. Put the camera down and let's get to reviewing this figure. He gave him a very urban combat type of color scheme. There's some gray in the cables, black for the body in most places, and then that urban combat kind of blue. Something that this Gundam has is thrusters right here, much like the G-type Zaku 2. The whole idea of this unit is for it to go out and recon. With Minovsky particles and everything else, this thing is a giant cell tower. For cell signals, not that they have cell phones and you see 1 year war, but that's probably because all the satellites are destroyed. But you get the idea. He's a giant communications antenna that walks, and it has all these cameras. These here are cameras. These are huge scope lenses that go way out. It has cameras on the back here. It's also designed to not be easily traceable. Whoops. The core is being vented instead of having thrusters on the backpack. Part of the reason why we have the thrusters on the legs. But it vents its heat out the back rather than having thrusters there. It also has two grenades for close combat kind of battling. I mean, grenades aren't super close combat, but they're within throwing distance. So we have the lenses. It doesn't have any place for shields or anything like that. It has a lens, a huge long lens for the mono eye. As you can see here. And that's built into the head. And the idea is that this wasn't produced on an assembly line. It was a mod in the field. So using existing parts from Zaku bazookas and other things, this was built. It still has a place right here where there's that little square in the head where the mono eye could appear, but everywhere else is filled in. It has these extra antennas in the back, like the rabbit type Zaku cannon, the commander's antenna. What I used for a base for this was a Char Zaku 2 version 1. I used a pink or salmon variation, not the red re-release of the figure that you see before you. Like I said, Dado painted it for me. It's just very cool. The head has a ball joint, so it moves up and down, and it looks around. Really nice. Shield from the knockoff Zaku 2 Zaku 1 MSA, and it has a little holder right here because this knife fits in there. It's from a G.I. Joe of some sort. Can't really remember after all these years, but I thought that looked really cool to have in there because he's not really for combat. He could do combat. You could put him out in the field. In fact, he might even double as a good sniper if it was, as long as it wasn't energy based as a weapon. Has an axe. This was a knockoff axe, so it was just blue, completely blue, and he put an orange blade on it, and he painted this. It looks really good. Zaku looks nice holding it. Vents here also help. with the heat on the figure. Its cable, because its backpack is unique, actually plugs in lower. And of course, the big feature about this figure is its radar dishes that come from the... I can't remember the name of the ship, of the jet at the moment. I know it. The other one's the DOP, but anyways, there's the jet that these come from. Let's plug that back on. So we have these stored in the backpack like this, so he can move around. He's not bumping into things, but when communication is necessary, these just raise up. Hard to get the full view here because they're very tall. And these are on the ball joints. They move around. They gather information from wherever they need to. Radar and topography and whatnot. These have some movement in here. And so he can be out, even possibly between buildings or in the middle of a forest, hiding and just gathering information, relaying communications from ground forces. Like, I don't know if this is actually going to show up because it's not necessary. They're doing the scene, but it's not necessary. The Zeon forces that have taken Bradburn Base might be communicating with Commander Werner's base, Golgotha, and that's a really long distance. So this guy may actually be kind of the in-between, relaying the information. Has good flexibility in the skirt and the knees. These are different leg cables, so they also emit the heat better, helping him to stay under the radar. Just really nice. And like I said, the preview video tells how it was made and everything else. The shoulders have increased flexibility like the Zaku one. I did my mod there. I really like him. I'm really hoping to use him in Gundam Father of Peace. I'm not sure where I will use him, but I am looking forwards to using him. So let me know what you think of the Zaku Recon type. And like I said, he's for ground, not for space. There's a couple Zaku Recon types that existed, but I think most of them were designed for outer space. Well, please like, favorite, and subscribe. We got a lot more cool toy reviews coming soon. Catch you guys later.